We'll move on. One thing I do want to add here, and Don reminded us at our last redevelopment meeting or plan commission meeting, seeing we're being recorded, let's not get into side conversations because it's hard to pick up on the audio and the video on that. So, and try to only have one person speak at a time as well. That way it can be recorded properly. That way if we ever need to go back and review it, it's good, audible. So, all right, we'll move into the payments and vouchers. First one will be payroll claim register for the pay period of November 3rd to November 16th in the amount of $45,914.98. Live longevity in the amount of $4,004.13. Third will be November elected in the amount of $4,567.99. And lastly would be vouchers for the period of November 14th to December 2nd in the amount of $89,107.85.
I move we approve the payments and vouchers, payroll claim register for pay period 11/3 to 11/16 in the amount of $45,914.98. 2025 longevity in the amount of $47,004.13. November elected in the amount of $4,567.99. And vouchers for the period 11/14 to 12/2 in the amount of $89,107.85.
A second.
A motion second to approve payments and vouchers as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass. Next will be adjustment requests. We have one. That'll be 2025-45, 101 North Ivy. Leak at meter pit, credit the account $554.75.
I move that we approve the leak adjustment at 101 North Ivy Lane for the amount of $554.75.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the adjustment request as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None, that motion will pass. We'll move into the department reports, and we will start with Andrew.
I have nothing for the board of works.
All right, thank you.
Several things actually, not to keep it down the comment here. I wanted to ask for authorization to hire 2 reserves, Brian Miller and Braylon Rakowski. We met with the police board, went through the process interviews there. So I'd like to find permission from the board of works to hire these 2 guys on. And I want to make everybody aware that we're going to be installing mural lighting on the west side of the police department. It's going to be LED based. I had a company came in and I got a bunch of quotes and everything else, and it came in at like the cheapest of $2,700, I think it was roughly. They're going to be starting on the 19th. They're going to be gemstone lighting, so basically we have a light all year round, morning to night, noon to night, or whatever. And then should we have like a game day for the kids, the high school, or we can turn it for breast awareness month. I mean, just a whole slew of options there. So I had a discussion with Mary, a couple of people, and just kind of brought them this route to go. So I had to aware of it as well. And that will start on the 19th. Just so everybody's aware, the next quote in line is $10,000. So yeah. But a lot of permission for those 2 to be brought on if at all possible. My assistant chief over here is also going to have a presentation for Axon, where it's supposed to be last week. Same things got going on here as well.
I move that we approve the hire on Brian Miller and Raylan Kowski.
Yes.
Same, as reserve officer for the Butler PD.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to hire the two new reserve officers as presented. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? None, that motion will pass.
I'll bring it over to Officer Rao at this point. Is this on?
This is for the agreement, on the top. This is the power button on the top. Or it's off our election button.
Red one?
Yeah. Well, we're glad you can join us tonight.
What?
We're glad you can join us.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions that we get over using some people? So,
We are going to give us a brief overview.
yep, so right we have everything that's on this contract, almost everything. We have 6 different contracts for Axon that's paid throughout the whole year. Because we bought stuff here and there, and we're trying to bring it all together. Some of our contracts are ready to end, that we're gonna have to renew again. Right now, we're paying $35,834.84, so we paid this year, and what we're gonna have to continue to pay. And it could go up if we renew the contract for 2027. The rates will obviously go up. So for us to cancel out the rest of our contracts we have now and renew it all under one, we would be paying just a little under what we're paying now, $35,209.69. If you guys look at page 2, that gives a breakdown of what we're going to pay each year. Next year it's going to be a cheaper year. The pay in February for $23,999.30. What we're getting is we will get all brand new dash cams. It'll be the Cradle Point that's in there that has all our internet and everything. We'll get a refresh kit on body cams and casers as well, which means we'll get new ones. Right now we use Axon Evidence, and it's how the prosecutors we changed that. We are now sending all of our cases through there. We have to keep more stuff online. Right now we have a limited amount of storage. We go to contract, we go to unlimited storage. This contract is going to allow everybody in our department, all the researchers, to have all the same equipment that we have, use our body cams that we have. We will also get a new training device. It's the Axon VR, which will save us money in the long run. I have to, me as the trainer, I have to do live every year, 2 cartridges per host. The VR will actually allow us to do the live fire through that system, and we can do it as many times as we want without having to cost the same cartridges. Or those cartridges are $35.
How old is our current body cams?
We just got those, we got a refresh kit in, they came out with those last year. The body shoes, the body clothes. Yeah, we probably won't get a refresh until the end, they'll wait for the new one to come out, and then they'll give us a refresh at the end of our contract.
So just so I understand, this is a 60-month multi-year.
Yeah, six
years, $200,000.
Yep.
And you said our current contractor paying us $35,000 change.
Yep.
Then if we cancel it, it's $35,269. So if we cancel out that contract, we are paying an additional year's worth, like an extra $35,000.
No, we've already paid this year for that. Next year we'll start our new contract, which is a little lower, $24,000. That will pay that.
6 is contract, it's 24,000.
Yes, and then from there on, we do the 35. In 2027.
And as far as the dash cams are concerned, we have not had a refresh
Yeah, refresh.
since we installed them initially. We should have been back.
It depends on which one you're talking about.
Yeah, your one's got.
Yeah, no, those are swapped out.
Those up.
Yes. I think the recent one that we bought was for, is that for Woods' vehicle in 2023?
actually, we're at March. Because I even sold it, you know.
This is the part that we're coming, we bought originally 5 dash cams, and we bought one more, and we bought another one after that, and those are each contracts every time we would get. So that's what we're trying to consolidate everything into one.
So then we get all new dash cams now, all new everything.
Well, yes,
The refresh package will come out, maybe right now we're running the Fleet 3.
he told me that we would get those pretty quick, get those out, and we'll get those next year, our dash cams, we will be getting new ones of those.
So we're not having to pay an additional $35,000.
No.
So we just start at 2026, $24,000 rate.
Yep.
I believe this is the better route to go with consolidating it.
$11,000.
Their bills are horrible. Invoices.
Sounds like the equipment I should be expanded over more personnel.
Exactly, well, we're,
$1,000 a month.
well, it's gonna allow us to have more, for a whole department doing the same thing, especially with the prosecutor I was talking about. So if we have new reserves and we got a couple on that or show more potential than, like making arrests and stuff, they have to have a Axon evidence login, they have to have a basic user, that's something that we have to do. Well, that was the difference, so you guys got a tool that was a little cheaper, and I had on another one, that was to add additional time or licensing on, so that way the reserves can use that.
Is that only for the 2 additional reserves, or is there 3?
I have to cover all, for even the 2 additional. There may be positions as we
Yeah.
like.
So,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. it's just add on this. For devices itself, when I went to TASER training, I talked to some departments on how they didn't know exactly how we're coming in with devices. And the QR every Axon device. What they have was a app called device manager. The user comes in, they'll scan that QR code on that, will assign that to them. That way, it's all assigned under that. Their body cams, because the body cams, you log into, upload it to that.
I'm just thinking future capacity growth, in 5 years. Additional. And would that be an additional
Any-
contract?
Break between the maximum you can have versus like a. So I don't expect to increase. The amount of officers is actually dictated by the ordinance. June 1st.
So with the addition to where we're full complement of officers. And if the ordinance would change, we have the ability to add to this contract.
They would be able to do contract. If we would. I don't know. Because even if we're full time and we're kind of a position for reserve, that license can be used for that.
There's no difference.
No, no, it's gonna be the same. It's all basic and basically admin license.
I'm okay with it.
So basically the savings is just because we're consolidating.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all about using steps. Simplifies.
Andrew and her crew out here.
Corey even has trouble interpreting their middle Sunday. They say CAN, and then there's numbers. And so we don't know when we're getting for the car cameras, the body cams, or some other device that we bought here and there.
Are there any other items you have to add to this? That's everything?
Yeah, this is everything I pads that we use. I know they use drones, but we already have our own drone, so that nothing that we'd ever.
Bob, if you're good.
I'm good.
I move to approve the Axon Enterprises, multi-year, 5-year contract in the amount not to exceed the $200,047.75. I have as a cost here for total. And then I'll be, in the payments of 24,000, starting in 2026. Is that correct?
Yes, yep, the $23,999.30, February 2026.
$23,999.96. Okay, starting in 2026.
What was that exceed number you said
Up to $200,047.75. Up over 5 years.
6 years?
It goes up to $55,209.69 for the next 5 years.
6 years doesn't hurt. No. So we'll do 50.
The year one is 24,000, and then every year after that is 35,210.
It's like the 25,000 a year times 6 is only 150, so it's.
Goes up 10 grand a year.
Which will counter. That's that.
You can take a couple years.
We had one that was ending this year. That one was our.
Which you would expect those to step up. You're locking in a contract.
We have to get another one, yes. A warranty on these are, I send in, like the lock in and dash cams. They're all order more deck in and
And every
that.
software hardware vendor, every year it goes up.
Yeah.
It's like 7% each year, 9% each year.
So the first year, 24,000 just to feel good, and then we're gonna.
Really, they're giving us our savings.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna. Next year, the next 5 years.
Which would be basically the same contract that we're having.
So everybody might come in all at the same time instead of having invoices come in once a month.
Okay, I'll second the motion.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve the new 6-year Axon agreement as presented. All in favor? Aye. Aye. All opposed? Hearing none, that motion will pass.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Stuart. All right, thank you. Yes.
I have one item, and that is that little sheet I gave you guys separately. This is part of the server refresh, server room stuff. We're going through some switches. I've been asking preliminary questions about getting quotes for things to bring to you guys either the next session or next month. We realize that currently for the switch reset that we've kind of been mulling around trying to decide. At the Black Friday sale currently, that is the one on the orange graph or the orange table. The pink table is the one we were originally eyeing. That's just we didn't need the enterprise level. It's super nice to have, but the pink one, at least before the sales determined cost, that was sufficient. That would be replacing 7 switches at the city. So we talked about some of that. Our estimate, try to overestimate everything, is about, our estimation was $15,000. So they're calling well under. They're unified switches, which is where I'd like to potentially move towards our city cameras in our door system. We also have, so a lot of our switches, we needed them over the years, and compatibility issues with each other that we've since worked around, but it just takes extra hours out of the day. Or if we do one change, we gotta go verify that change exists on all switches. Some of them have 400 ins. Each switch we currently have at the city, which is around, I want to say, $15,000 16 switches. It varies, because we also have minor switches as well, that aren't switches, but these switches are being condensed down. Some of them are 24 ports, and they enter, or they combine with each other, but we can just convert that into a 140 switch. This will cover almost every switch in the city. The Pro 24 switch on the bottom of the non-colored one, that's just two 24-port switches. That is because at the water department building and the street department building, since they're separated.
The one thing I might suggest is go ahead and get a, just to make sure they're not way out of line, you know?
And then, since there is commonality with the business that we have done, to see what's the best pricing they can give us, for continued business.
Okay.
So,
Yep, I can do that. Yep, they're still working on the quote. They said they'll be able to have it to me before the next meeting.
is that gonna be completely on the city, or is SDI, paying for part of this?
They should be able to pay for most of it through the SDI replacement fund.
Yeah.
I need to do some research. It's been a while since we've spent that much money out of it.
That's a chunk of money
Yes.
for it.
Yes,
Have you found that contract? I think it's something Gavin should have to review a little bit. Because I thought at one time, I know we had the money in it to pay for it, but is there language in there that, I thought you mentioned it. So
we
might be able
can
to charge
pass
them
it
top
on
of
to
that,
them,
too.
and we did that with some of the lab testing. And there was a way to do the equipment also, but I need to look that up to see if we can do it as just one bill, or if we're gonna have to spread it over a time frame, since it's the larger.
I think the second on.
Spread it over the time frame. Yeah, I need to do that again, it's been a while.
So there is, money goes into that fund from Hyman, go, all the SDI.
Yes.
That's, they take 1,000 a month, is that
Yes,
correct?
it's 1,000 a month, and there's over 300,000 in it right now.
So, I mean, it's been there for
30 years.
So you can charge them out of that funding or use that to buy it, but you can
Yes,
still go back
and
and
then
charge them 3 ways.
I think we can ask them to reimburse us then for what we spent out of the SDI replacement fund to keep it at the 300,000 level or a little higher.
3 way split, or was that?
It's like low, so percentage.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's in-
The board of work would like to look at that.
Yeah, you and Gavin should both have it. It's in that binder that I created with their renewal contracts and the original contracts.
Oh,
We'll look tomorrow.
yeah, you may have to go up and look at
And find it, okay.
See what color folder that was in. Is that what
Okay.
you gave us?
No,
Okay.
it's been a while.
That's all I have.
Don,
I have nothing.
Angela,
I have nothing.
just have a quick one here. Did get these in Wednesday, but they had a typo on the date, so they redid these special events coming up. I just got those today. First one's for Christmas Festival, which is actually this Saturday. Second one is Wreaths Across America. That's the ceremony on December 13th. And then the third one will be the New Year's Eve ball drop. All special event request form, no alcohol to be served. Christmas Fest will take place at the City Barn number 3. We're not dealing with any streets. The Wreaths Across America ceremony will be out the cemetery. So once again, we're not shutting any streets down. And then the New Year's Eve ball drop, we would use the green space up here by the gazebo.
Are they doing a parade this Saturday?
What's that?
Are they doing a parade this
No.
Saturday?
No, okay. You have time. Saturday's 3 to 6.
I move we approve the 3, events as presented, the Christmas Festival, the Youth Across America, and New Year's Eve, festival.
Second.
And second to approve this 3 special event requests. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Very much, that motion will pass. Let's skip over you guys. Bob, you got anything for the board of works?
I do not.
Justin?
I do not.
Anybody in the audience have anything for the board of works? Gary, you're probably here, probably for the safe building meeting that was at 5:30.
Well, I was here at 5.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
Well,
Yeah.
meeting's at 5:30, obviously no one's gonna be here at 5.
Yeah.
So, we did talk about your building, let's go back to our notes real quick here. There it is. You got the siding and the windows done, correct?
It's all done.
Okay, gutters?
No gutter.
Okay, so not all done then, so we got gutters. So we was going to send out a letter, to have you back here January 5th at 5:30. I believe we was gonna ask for the gutters to be done at that time.
January.
Yeah, January 5th.
January 5th.
Alright. I think with everybody else in town, 50% of houses in town have no gutter.
We take them one at a time, and right now, yours has been on our list for 2 years, so we'll address that, then we'll move on to the other ones, but if you have some other houses you would like to put on that list, go ahead and get a list from you.
No, remind us.
Yeah, like I said, we're complaint driven, and the complaints were about your property. We haven't received any other complaints on any other properties for gutter. But if you wanna give us an address for those, like I said, we're complaint driven, we can look into them. But right now, we're specifically talking about your house, so if you can be back January 5th, at 5:30, give us an update on that, we appreciate it.
I will say that your house looks really good.
Yeah.
It's really coming along. It's nice.
It's nice they're not complaints, they're good now finally.
That's what I want, but I didn't know something there.
Anything else you got for us?
No, sir.
Now we'll see you January 5th at 5:30. Okay. Anybody else have anything? Not, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
We adjourn.
We have 7:08. Give us a couple